person, it is possible that certain scenes in this game may prove shocking to an unwarned public, or maybe not. Name is MGG. I'm a boy. Welcome. You've been assigned to being called the Better. The Better is on a mission. Be sure that it's accomplished. We will let you both out in Zone 0. Good luck. For more information, find the one called the Judge. There can be no living beings in Zone 0. I deduce, therefore, that you are a figment of my imagination. Nevertheless, I will introduce myself. I am the Judge, and I am aching to know your name, my dear illusory interlocutor. I'm the Better. I've been entrusted with a sacred mission. Delighted, I'm sure. But I am not addressing the body, only the soul that it harbors. What is your name, Controller? His name is MGG. He can't talk to us. However, he can see and hear everything. Although, to me, you are nothing more than an imaginary spectre, I must say that I am delighted to make your acquaintance as well, my dear MGG. I believe we need your help. Many people require my services, you know. Everybody loves cats. We rub ourselves against their legs and purr in the most insistent manner. They adore that. I'm not talking about that kind of help. I see, but what sort of service could I offer to an ectoplasmic entity? I have a sacred mission to fulfill. I must purify the world. There's no objective more laudable. Therefore, I agree to serve as your guide through this place, if I may be of any assistance. Thanks. Luck ticket. Allow me to confess that I find you quite tangible for a phantasmagorical being. Might you, in fact, be a person of flesh and blood? I think so. I was mistaken from the first. And you did not even interrupt my fanciful soliloquizing. I must say this is really quite strange. You are the first living being I have ever met in this place. I concluded, therefore, that Zone 0 was empty. It's all too obvious that I was mistaken. Now, then, there are other zones. In those territories, you may find yourself subject to the violent attentions of certain hostile individuals. Sacred mission may well lead you to those places. Would you like me to acquaint you with the art of violent confrontation? Combat tutorial. So it is your claim that you can handle the bat like a virtuoso without the aid of my wise counsel. I hope for your sake that this is not just an idle boast meant to impress me, because you would be taking a grave risk. But I will assume that it was not, and that you truly are the fighter you claim to be. At all events, your training has not yet reached its end. Please do follow me, if you would like my guidance a while longer. As passing through here will require the careful operation of your cerebral apparatus. You know, the one bathing limply in your languid cranium. I believe that these floating blocks correspond in some way or another to the symbols you see before you on the wall. Okay. problem, charming hero. I cannot do everything for you. I'm not your father, after all. But if I might offer a suggestion, perhaps you could try to activate some of these floating blocks more than once, if it proves necessary. Come now, solve this intriguing obstacle for me post-haste. I wish to rejoin the ground floor as soon as possible. Finally, after all our exertions, the eagerly awaited recompense arrives upon the scene. Now feast your eyes upon an accessory that will prove especially useful on your purifying quest, my enlightened student and supportive friend. It is a cube floating in the air, as you have no doubt noticed. Nevertheless, you will be able to distinguish it from its fellows by the tasteless contrast forced upon your gaze by its clashing colors, which defy any sensible theory of the visual arts. Do not judge it too quickly, however, for in spite of its questionable appearance, this red cube possesses an undeniable utility. In addition to restoring your health and competence points in their entirety, it is capable of saving your progress and sending you to the nothingness. Nothingness is a place of transition outside space itself, where you can travel from one point to another at the speed of light. Now I invite you to try it for yourself in order to discover regions more populous than this deserted place. Open your wings, my dear companion, and fly toward the zones ahead without hesitation. Your only enemy is the fear that will grip you. Okay. Don't worry, I do travel widely across the zones from this world. I am certain we will meet again. Wait, by the by, take this. This curiously named item is the key that will grant you entry to Zone 1. I explained that you can at any moment examine yourself and your inventory by pressing the Leo card. Tramway 1 is a very convenient way to travel between all the different regions of Zone 1. Tramway 2 hasn't run for a very long time. Visitor? Welcome to the smoke mines. May I ask who you are? Are you an inspector? No, I'm the Better. I've come to exterminate the impure spirits. The Better. The Your spirits? There's some sort of prophet? Maybe a man of faith? Yes, something like that. Who sent you? Nobody. I'm being led by MGG. Oh, I don't know him. He must be part of senior management. In any case, that's good. That means they approved our requests. Come with me. Come with me. I'll explain your assignment. You're here in the smoke mines of Damien in the south of zone number 1. Here we send laborers into deep tunnels to unearth metal from the ground, freeing trapped smoke from the depths. Using various tools, we put some of it into bottles, which the Queen sends to the other zones. The rest of it flows freely and forms the air that our lungs inhale and exhale, so we can live. It's an essential element, the first of the 4 elements. Because without smoke, people would have nothing to breathe. There we are. Then so, well, how do I put this? Where are the impure spirits? Yes, there we go. There are many specters in the mines, and they are getting more and more aggressive. But, in fact, it would be better if you didn't go there, because the regulations forbid visitors from accessing the smoke mines. So, here's what we're going to do. There's an annex in the mines that nobody ever visits, but a miner went in there some time ago. He says he saw something strange, nothing like the usual. So I thought maybe that's the leader of the specters. So there we are. If you accept, you'll go into the annex and kill the leader of the specters. Then the specters will disappear and we can do our jobs again. There we go. Do you have any questions? No. Great. Impeccable. The tunnel is right down there, and I will wait for you here. Soon I'll be promoted. I could do surveillance in Alma. Can't wait for that day to arrive. Well. Who do we have here? Is that not MGG and his charming jumping jack, the better? Are you the leader of the specters? No, certainly not. I'm only passing through, not unlike the smoke which is extracted from the pale and metallic place. However, I believe I know where the one you take for an ectoplasm can be found. To tell the truth, I am perplexed. I believe this is one of those peculiar things which is a spherical add-on. I've tried to appropriate it myself, but the operation has failed repeatedly. But I'm thinking perhaps you, who are not of the physical order of things, could succeed in binding this spiritual entity to your own. What an exceptionally intriguing phenomenon. I must admit that I remain perplexed by this unexpected metaphysical reaction. Well, then, since it has chosen to accompany you, I can only advise you to make the best possible use of it. Okay. The leader of the specters is near. I fear I must respond with my sincerest apologies in the negative. Save for this add-on, I have not crossed paths with a single moving soul. There's nothing here. It's just the sort of place for which I have a particular affection. What you seek is certainly located elsewhere. You've returned. So have you killed the leader of the specters? No, it wasn't there. But, oh, really? Damn. Oh, Gosh, bye. Well, then, I guess I'll have to let you enter the main watches in that case. But, the regulations prohibit it. Right, I suppose this would be an extraordinary case as defined in paragraph 5. So, good. Well, the primary mines are on the right. There. The phantoms down there, they keep us from doing our jobs properly. But this is my break time anyway. What are you doing here? Are you one of the mine inspectors? You've come to eliminate the specters. That's good news. The lamps don't always work in the farthest corridors, and since everything looks the same around here, it's easy to get lost. The phantoms in all the tunnels. Be careful, sir. And besides, who let you in here? The regulations normally prohibit visitors from outside. Show yourselves, corrupted children. I am the voice of forgiveness, come to eliminate your wretched forms. Prepare yourselves to suffer my judgment. This add-on is fighting by my side. That's useful. It's purified the other galleries. I'm working. I'm being productive. There's a door, but it seems to be locked from the inside. Strange switch on this lamp. We're safe here, but we'll have to try to escape once we run out of meat. Why did you open the door? The specters are going to attack us. Leave us right now. The regulation prohibits outside visitors in the main galleries. Get out. What? Did you come from the smoke mines? Yes. But it's full of specters in there. Yes. Are you a specter? No. Then who are you? Were you sent here by the Queen or by Dadan? No. But you still know how to fight the specters? You could destroy them? Yes. Oh, that would be great. There are specters in the big barns. Barns? Yes. You're here at the metal farmsteads of Pentel on the east side of Zone 1. Our job is to cut livestock in two and extract the metallic rocks from inside the carcasses. All the low-grade metal is discarded, forming in the ground we walk on. The rest is purified and worked to create objects. Some of it is loaded into crates and sent to other zones also, so that they can have objects and ground too, I guess. It's an essential element, the first of the 4 elements. Because without metal, people would have nothing to walk on, and they would sink and drown. So there are specters in the big barns. I must purify the mines first. Ah, yes, but the barns aren't that big, and it would be good if you took care of them fast, because the Queen's Inspector is going to arrive at any moment. So please, could you do the barns first? Alright. Great. Thank you so much. The barns are over there, to the right. They aren't big at all, you see. It'll all be done super quickly. Rather work here than in the smoke mines. At least we get some fresh air. Shouldn't get attached to the animals. Once, yeah, it's difficult to put your hands inside. These balls are heaps of worked metal, which are going to be sent to other zones. They are metallic. They're going to destroy the specters. Hurry up, we're expecting the Queen's Inspector at any moment. It's important to pay close attention to the nutrition of the animals if you want high quality metal. really? Kenneth, you little shit. No, yes. How long has he been in there? I don't know. No, you don't know anything, do you? I could have guessed. He will eliminate the specters. What makes him think he could wipe out those stupid ghosts? He thinks he's better than you, better than the Queen. No, I don't think that. Shut it. I didn't ask what you thought. You all think you're smarter than the rest, but you're all the same. Anyway, that's hardly important. The ghosts will erase that prick. But, you think he won't? Of course not. Nobody but an officer of the Queen could fight these ghosts. If all of you would just listen to me more often, you wouldn't keep stepping in it. But then who's going to destroy them? I could have done it, but you don't deserve it. Too bad for you. You'll just have to solve your own problems. No, please. I'm leaving now. I'm going back to Alma. At least the people there are polite, not constantly cutting you off while you talk. Please don't. Goodbye. Get out of my sight. Don't. No, If you want to keep your place here, you'd better get the hell out of my way. Right this instant. Who was that person? You're alive? Yes. And the specters? The barn has been purified. You must be very lucky. Who was that? That was Dadam. He's the Queen's inspector. You mean, Spectre? No. The Queen wouldn't employ a Spectre, so he can't be one. But he's evil. I must destroy him. No, don't do that. He's an envoy of the Queen. You had better go complete your work in the smoke mines. Please. In any case, he's headed to Alma. No one can go there without proper authorization. So please, return to the smoke mines. Alright. Extracting bits of metal from inside cows is my dream job. But if I do it well, maybe I'll be transferred to Alma. Once you've extracted everything from the carcass, you slice it up into pieces and eat the meat. They say the metro stations are all named for important people from the past. I find it hard to imagine that things haven't always been the way they are now. characters are starting to pile up, aren't they? What I'm saying is that the average player isn't asking for all this complicated, tedious dialogue. There should be more action and fewer questions. Who are you? I'm Zachary, the traditional items merchant that's necessary in every video game. Whenever you go somewhere, you'll find I show up just before you got there. But enough small talk. I'm not one of those protagonists you have to listen to for hours. So why not let me see the color of your credits? But where did you come from? I came from the smoke mines. But how? What? But that's impossible. But the lamps don't even work in there. You can't. Faith guides my steps. Faith? My mission is to purify the minds. But it seems the ghosts are especially numerous here. The specters. What is this place? You're here at the Shachihata Plastic Administration in the north of Zone 1. Our job is to fill out all these forms. Afterward, we pack them, tie them up with string, and forward them to the couriers. There they ship bundles, and in exchange we receive shipments full of plastic. There's a lot of liquid plastic, which forms our lakes and oceans. And then there's solid plastic too, which is used to make various objects. It's an essential element, the first of the 4 elements. Because without plastic, the world would have no limits, and people would keep walking and never stop. But you hunt the specters, really? Yes, I'm purifying this, so the specters, I know where they come from. They all come from the postal service. That's where they all mail out all the completed forms. The problem is that nobody can remember what floor it's on. Gracious heavens, you again. You're decidedly unavoidable. One might even believe he was being followed. Yet your footsteps do not deceive you, for this place could certainly use the sacred blows of your holy bed. Perhaps you already know that the floor of this building housing the administration's postal service is haunted by ectoplasms. Finding the floor from which these intangible monsters originate in order to slay them would be most judicious. Perhaps the task before you stretches too wide for your narrow mind. If that's so, I may perhaps be able to provide you with advice. Erstmal nicht. But I salute your tenacity. I will not forget your insufferable arrogance. Queen's General has an office here, but his real home is Alma. So will the final verdict be handed down soon? The employees here are certainly in need of your muscular wrist. Kann ich den Tipp gar nicht mehr. My office is in the basement because there wasn't any space on the higher floors, I guess. Maybe you shouldn't have destroyed the specters in the barn. The inspector seemed upset when he left. It's important to pay close. Me as well. On the other hand, it's been a while since I've seen Pablo around here. Hmm. Finden wir nächstes Mal raus.